Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Network Merchandise Shop. Pick up your logo merchandise by heading over to abvnetwork.com, clicking on Shop, and start filling your basket today. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for something for yourself, a customized gift, or logoed items for your business gift shop, the Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. That's the number 2 in the Bar to Go. Don't forget our friends at Neely Family Distillery now ship their unique distilled spirits directly to you. To order yours, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we're going to mail it in for Christmas Eve. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Santa Steve, along with our special guests, Evan Van Scoik, Heidi Fosnot, and Katie Joyce.
Katie Joyce, there you go. Hey, gang, what's up?
Merry Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas Eve. It's
Hello.
a special time of the year. Yes. Let's. I've got small talk today. I think, what are we thankful for this holiday season? I think it's always important to reflect back, and how Christmas is a special time. And I'll go first. You know what I'm thankful for? Miss Beka Sue, my co-host, has been with me for years.
Aww.
She brings all these great shows, and I want her to know that I always think she's awesome on the shows. And at live events, she's great. People are drawn to her, and we're lucky to have her. So I'm going to say what's special for me this Christmas Eve is Miss Beka Sue. How about that?
Steve?
Yeah.
I appreciate
That was
that.
excellent.
Yeah, she's great. She's
Very
great. Yeah, we're lucky to have her. So she won ABV Network Person of the Year 2 years running. I don't even know if we're going to do it this year. It involves work. I don't feel like doing any work this year. We're recording this in November, and I got to do that in early December. I may get that together. I don't know. I don't know about that. And then what happened is, we do that, and that's okay. The ABV Network personalities is okay, but we also do best whiskeys. I got people. I literally had one person furious at me last year. They didn't get nominated, so much they didn't talk to me for half the year. A distillery owner then contacted me halfway through the year and said, "You didn't put me in your best whiskeys of the year." I'm like, my God, this stuff, we're just trying to have some fun. I don't know.
Woo!
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So I don't know if I want to do whiskey awards this year. That the ABV Network personalities thrown in there as part of that. I don't know that I want to do it. I don't want to make people mad at me because I'm giving out awards. Yeah, they were like, I don't know if I should have won or not.
Shows, Steve.
What's that?
Makes for good shows.
I guess. But I don't want people to hate me.
Makes people listen. Guess what? They can hate you and still listen.
I'll tell you off the air who it is, and it was hurtful that that person got mad. I didn't like it. I'll say that I didn't like the fact they got mad at me. But yeah, how about you guys? Katie, what are you thankful for this holiday season?
So my first thought was, thankful for like health, but that one's,
Sure.
kind of sappy, not exciting answer. So my other thing I'm thankful for, it's a little bit different than the standard, is for sense of humor. For those who make me laugh, and that, because if you don't learn to laugh at life, you'll never make it out alive. So I am thankful for sense of humor.
Yeah. No, you meet people in your life that seemingly have no sense of humor at all. Nothing ever. How do you live like that, where nothing makes you? So much of what I do is based on either laughing or making other people laugh. And I can't understand people who don't have that as part of their life. It's weird to me, but there definitely are people like that. They just seem angry all the time. Well, yeah, Evan's not that way.
Favorite coping mechanisms. Just
Exactly.
with humor first.
When in doubt, laugh. Yeah, Evan, how about you? What are you thankful for this holiday season?
Yeah, so this is the first holiday season that I am a married man. I am thankful that I have a wife who can put up with me.
There you go.
And also, thankful that we've completed that journey. We've been together a long time. We had a 2-year engagement. We finally had the big day. The party's over, the planning's finally over, and now it's just time to relax and celebrate. With
You're
friends
really
and
building your
family.
life together now. Again, all this was,
Yeah.
kind of a buildup because you had like a save the date. You sent out over a year ago. When I saw it, we got it whenever last year. I thought we were getting married of November 6th of 2020. No, you were getting married November 6th, 2021. So yeah, you're way out in front of it. So yeah,
for sure. So it was a long runway, and finally made it past that. So just thankful that we can relax, be a married couple now. Got someone who can put up with me because from you guys hear me all the time. So obviously,
you're annoying. You're way annoying.
Right.
Yeah, I could see.
I'm just the worst. I ruin everything.
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah. One time you were blaming her for something. I forget. It was totally. You were like, you should be on my side here. I'm like, I'm 100% on Taylor's side on this. I forget what it was. It was something you were. She left something in the car or something, or I forget what it was. It was one of those.
Oh yeah, we left something in the car for like 2 weeks.
You blamed her, and I was like, no, that was actually your fault. But yeah. I don't know. It was a goofy thing. All right, Heidi, how about you? What are you thankful for this year? I assume it's your friendship with me, but go ahead.
The laughter is not because I am not grateful for that. I am grateful for your friendship, Steve.
Sure.
There's a lot of things that I'm grateful for this year. As Evan is newly married, Jim and I also are married now.
Not even a year yet, though, right? Yeah, less than a year.
So I am grateful that I have a son now, and added to the family, we have 2 daughters and a son.
What about the
now.
second one? Do you consider the second one a son too? Is he like? Because Jim had a stepson, so do you? Where does that fall?
Jeffy, Jeffy is 100%.
Okay,
I don't get to see him as much, so there's the stepson.
You see Mitch more, but that's cool.
We laugh
A
because
blended family, so yeah, it's nice.
Jeffy and I are closer in age than. No, we're not.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Yeah.
But no, we have this big extended family and it's been great. I'm thankful for Jim, for my husband. I'm thankful for his health so far. And all of our friends, we've just had a fantastic year, had a lot of ups and downs, and we've had friends and family that have just stood by us. And, our friends and family that have stood by us are part of the Bourbon group here. And so just very thankful for that.
Yeah. How about you, Beka?
This holiday season, I'm especially thankful for family, which is a very basic thing to say. But I don't get to see my family anymore. So it's, I love Kentucky. I love my husband. I love my Kentucky family here. They're amazing. My in-laws are amazing. My Royce's grandparents are amazing, but being away from my family is one of the hardest things that I deal with all the time. I'm getting emotional right now. I don't mean to be.
Right.
But it's really hard because I'm so close to my family.
So as we record this,
family
it's November. Are you? Will you be in Minot in this time of the year, or what are kind of the holiday plans?
That's the plan. Royce is going to stay with his family for Christmas this year, which is understandable. He's got older grandparents, and I also have a grandfather that's old. Obviously, he's 98.
Yeah.
And so we kind of,
that sounds like a good compromise. Both focus.
We collectively decided that, we're with each other every single day. And so it's okay if we're not together on the holiday. But I want to be with my family for the holiday and he wants to be with his. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I think that people need to also, other people need to remember that it's okay to not be necessarily with your significant other, especially when you're from other states, and to be with your actual,
right.
Obviously Royce is my family. His family's my family.
Right.
But holidays, it's just, it gets a little bit harder. So
sure.
We're not going to be together for the holidays.
My significant other wanted to spend like 364 days a year away. I mean, we could work that out. We could figure that out.
Yeah. It's, I've seen my family, I think 3 times.
I always say that. I never could,
actually, I think I've seen my family twice this year.
Yeah.
So it's just hard. So family's my thing. Tonight I should be with my family. I'm assuming anyways, we're recording this, like you said, November, and I would assume I'm with my family right now. So family, that's it for me this year.
Yeah. So there you go. That's kind of a family thing. And I think that definitely plays into it for sure. So I think that's definitely a great thing to be thankful for. So there you go. That's what we're thankful for this holiday season. It is now time to drink. What is everyone drinking? I'm going to go first. I've got Remus here. Olstead Reserve, the big stuff here. So the Art Deco bottle. Here we go. Cork pop. I haven't opened this in a while. Not much there. All right, Katie, how about you? What do you got?
I have some Widow Jane 10-year.
All right. Okay. You and I have tied right now. It's a virtual deadlock at the top. Evan, you're next. What do you got?
Yeah, I've got the first ever batch of Sealbox private release.
Okay.
So that's their bourbon whiskey finished in toasted French oak and maple syrup barrels.
Okay. There's our lead right there. He took
cute.
it over. It was
Good.
cute. It was cute. All right, Beka, what do you got?
I've got some Old Forester single barrel for the silver dollar.
Okay.
This bottle is almost gone. It's 90 proof. I don't expect much.
Yeah, it sounded like an old bottle. So Evan's got the lead, but we still got Heidi. Heidi, what do you got?
I've got the Wilderness Trail barrel pick from Stubborn German.
Okay. Wilderness, that's a new one. Yeah, another new one. Oh, Jesus. My ears hurt.
Wow.
There may be slight blood in my ears right now. So yeah.
That was
Dang.
wow, that was really loud here too.
That was a pop that registered on the Richter scale.
Yeah. So Heidi wins. Heidi won 3 out of 4. And of course, all 4 new bottles she bought.
No, they were not. One of them was not a new bottle.
Sure.
The garage,
Yes, it was.
might be a key component to this.
Right?
Yeah.
Jim has to kick me out in the garage more often.
Yeah. There you go. So Heidi's out podcasting, smoking, having a good time. So cheers.
Guys.
Cheers.
Ding.
All right, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, it's Christmas Eve. We can talk about whatever we want. We'll see where the conversation takes us. We'll do that in just a few. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and I'm excited to announce a brand new partnership with Leatherwood Distillery in Pleasant View, Tennessee. Many of you have perhaps heard of Leatherwood via our co-host on the Bourbon Daily, Kaylee Baker, who works there. Well, they're now an official sponsor of the network, and we look forward to everyone getting to know a little bit more about them. Company founder Andrew Lang brought his brewing and distilling hobby with him during his years of service as a Green Beret in the United States Army. Whether he was at his home base of Fort Campbell or during tours of duty in places like Italy or Afghanistan, Lang distilled whatever was available to him locally. We are excited about getting to know Andrew Lang and his team better via our programming and are planning a trip down there for the ABV Network crew very soon. In the meantime, check them out at leatherwooddistillery.com, where they will ship bottles directly to you, including their special Remembering 9/11 series, which is raising money for military charities. Seriously, get out there, buy some bottles, help a good cause, and let us know what you think. We're really excited about this partnership. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and let's talk for a moment about our sponsors, the people that make this show happen. First up is our friends at Moonshine University. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification at their office in Louisville. The information I learned through lead instructor Colin Blake and their team there is something that I continue to draw upon frequently in my role at the ABV Network. It truly is the standard of establishing a benchmark of knowledge of the bourbon industry. From history to production to brands and people, it's all there. Check out their full listing of programs, including Executive Bourbon Steward certification, production classes if you're considering starting a distillery, and much more at moonshineuniversity.com. I also want to talk about Neely Family Distillery. Back in May of 2018, I met Royce Neely at Limestone Branch's Craft Bourbon Festival. It ended up not only being the start of a great friendship, I started to truly learn about what makes craft whiskey so amazing. You see, I had been a bourbon drinker for over 30 years at that point, and like many people who had been drinking bourbon a long time, I was hard-coded into thinking big bourbon was where it was at and craft was on a journey to get there. Spending time with Royce and learning the things he does to make his whiskey taste better started to really get me to appreciate how things like sweet mashing, open top fermentation, pot distillation, and the grains you are using not only makes your product taste better coming off the still, but also out of the barrel as well. I still love heritage brands and they make up a bulk of my collection. But when you find a craft distiller that is truly dedicated to the craft of distilling, you are drinking some of the best whiskey out there on the market today. That's exactly what's happening at Neely Family Distillery today. Check them out on the web at neelyfamilydistillery.com, or better yet, stop by and see them at their distillery in Sparta, Kentucky. And now, back to the show. All right, great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. We'll be mailing again, once again. Take care, everybody. See ya.
Happy Festivus.
Later.
Bye, guys.
Happy Festivus.
Cheers. Yeah, happy Festivus.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. It's Christmas Eve.
Yes, it is. So, Christmas Eve, hopefully we're all having fun with family. As Beka mentioned, I think all of us want to spend some time with family during the Christmas season. So hopefully we're all doing that. But of course, we're here live today, bringing you an incredible show. And yes, remember, Beka, do you remember the time when
I ruined Christmas?
When you ruined Christmas? We did a Christmas show, and it was.
I recall ruining Christmas. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So you famously passed out on one show, but that one's out there. But you also passed out on a Christmas Eve show. But
I had a worse show.
Yeah, it was actually a Christmas show, and it was so bad because you were belligerent and you were yelling at everyone, and then you passed out, and we couldn't run that on a regular.
You can't
because it was Christmas, so we decided we couldn't do it. So we had to redo our Christmas show that year, and we released it to Patreon only. So that's kind of an interesting show because we always talk about you passed out twice on the show. In reality, on the Bourbon Daily, you only passed out once. That was a Patreon only show. So, yeah. Most people haven't heard that.
Sometimes that happens where you pass out on shows. Steve.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're belligerent on shows. And yeah, I ruined Christmas because it's supposed to be. We were recording it this time. I don't know how many years ago, 2 years ago.
I think it was 2 years ago. It wasn't last year. It was the year before.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. And it was this time 2 years ago. And I blacked out.
Yeah. Yelled at everyone first. We were all,
Sometimes y'all need to get yelled at. So
It was an amazing show.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Never listened to it. I wouldn't even know. I don't listen to those shows. Ever. Ever.
Because it's you participate in them, but you just don't want to hear when you're like that, or
No, I don't want to hear those shows.
If you don't hear it, it doesn't exist. Then I guess
exactly.
It's one of those things. Katie, well, you're having dinner there? What is it? You're eating something out of a bowl. What's going on there?
Yeah, so it's a delicious, actually, chicken crock pot meal. Is there a name for it? Is there a name for this meal?
Not really.
Okay, we can make up a name, but
not really.
Not really.
Chicken and taco mix and salsa, and then beans and corn, all put into the crock pot. And it turned out amazing. It is super good. And so it's kind of late tonight, but we had a late lunch today. So I was snacking on animal crackers, and instead my very kind boyfriend brought down an actual meal for me so I wouldn't just eat my weight in animal crackers instead of skipping dinner.
Yeah. And you've got on a Panama City Beach shirt. Is that your favorite beach in that area? Because you got Destin, you got Pensacola, you've got Orange Beach. To me, Pensacola Beach is the best of that area. What's your thoughts? If you're
up in the Panhandle, I would agree probably with you. So, I've had some fun times at Panama City Beach. It's very convenient. There's a direct flight on Southwest from St. Louis down to the Panama Beaches Airport.
That's a positive.
I've also used that one to drive over to Destin for a friend's wedding. My favorite, I like staying on the Gulf side of Florida in general. My favorite, though, is further down south, like Fort Myers Beach. That's where my first wedding was.
Okay.
Maybe my second wedding will be there as well. I really like it there.
Miss Beka Sue loves Fort Myers.
Love Fort Myers.
I love Sanibel, which is just across the bridge from Fort Myers.
I mean, tomato.
I'm a Sanibel Island guy. Yeah.
Love Sanibel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is the ultimate.
But
But
wait,
if
this
you're
is
if
too-
you're in that kind of Destin area, Panama, I like Pensacola Beach. To me, that if you're going to stick in that area, the white sand beaches,
Mhm.
where it's almost like talcum powder. It's that to me, Pensacola. Destin is definitely a sweetheart one, but it's too crowded for me. That's too commercialized. I like Pensacola Beach.
And that's
better.
I like Panama City Beach better a little bit off season. In the biggest part of the season, most of the like condos you can stay in right on the beach, the elevator times in like every condo is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so I like a little bit different accommodations in
I
general.
feel like MTV ruined Panama City Beach because they used to go there, and
Yeah,
it's
bit.
still viewed as kind of a place where the kids go, and yeah.
a little bit
But-
of the trailer park of the Florida.
Yes.
But
Once you get that element in there, and they're like wet t-shirt parties and stuff, it's like I'm too old for that stuff. So I like the quiet of Pensacola Beach. I do.
I did find one condo. So I got this to commemorate. We went down for my birthday and I went down in March. Didn't think about the fact that it was going to be spring break in Panama
Right.
City Beach and a whole bunch
Yeah, it's a bad move.
of college co-eds running around. But
Yeah,
we stayed in a little bit pricier condo, so it was more families, which was nice. But got completely day drunk sitting in the hot tub, so we
Oh,
could
yeah.
see the beach. We're sitting in the hot tub. Got had our whole cooler. Started off with some Yinglings. And then went on to the Coke Zero with Buffalo Trace. It got completely day drunk and then went up and we had this really pretty condo overlooking the entire beach there on like the 27th floor or whatever. But man, it was a day. So that's what I think, remember when I have this.
Panama City Beach. When you throw that shirt on, you're like, oh, I remember day drinking, and yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
My,
I say
Go
I
ahead,
travel
Evan.
quite a bit for Christmas as well. So I like thinking of beaches
Oh, do
for
you?
Christmas Eve as well.
Okay. I like it on Thanksgiving. I do like to be home for Christmas. I do. It's like the only really holiday where I feel like I got to be home. It's Christmas.
I usually travel with my family. So we all just go together. And it's worth it.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
So-
Just take everybody with you. Yeah.
One of my oldest friends, my best man, he had just moved down to Panama City Beach a couple years ago. So, they were super nice and drove up 3 times this year for all of our activities. So we're going to go visit them in January.
Oh,
So
cool.
We'll be going
Great
down to
idea.
Panama City Beach.
Yeah, you check it out. It's nice. I mean, compared to St. Louis weather, for them it'll probably feel cold, but for you'll be like, oh man, this is summertime. So that's how it gets, because it does. What I do like about that area is there are seasons there. So if you're in Panama City Beach or Pensacola, they do have a little bit of a winter, which I think is actually nice as opposed to just being hot all the time, which you go to Southern Florida, it kind of is. So it's nice breaking it up a little bit. Heidi, how about you? What the heck you got going on this time of the year?
This time of the year, I'm usually sleeping a lot because I'm in retail. Yeah, making sure that I'm home at a decent hour on Christmas Eve so that I can spend time with family and friends.
Yeah.
What does everybody do normally on Christmas Eve? Do you guys have
Oh yeah,
tradition?
that's good. Yeah, I like that question.
We watched
What?
we watched the #1 Christmas movie of all time,
Christmas Vacation.
Miracle on
Van
31st
Helsing.
Street.
Van Helsing. No,
I was expecting her to say Die Hard.
Okay,
terrible.
Die-
this
Die
is
Hard. Yeah.
this is a running joke in our family, and the funniest thing about it is I called all of my siblings and my parents, and I with Royce next to me because I said, "Do you know what the biggest Christmas movie is?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Van Helsing," and he's like, "That's stupid. What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Van Helsing, it's a Christmas movie." And so I called everyone was not by each other, and that was the most beautiful part about it. I called everyone. Hey, Royce, what would the #1 Bolton family Christmas movie be? What did I call my family members about? Vampire.
Vampire movie.
So Van
Oh,
Helsing.
it's Twilight,
Van
right?
Helsing, right?
Twilight. Yeah.
The
So
vampire movie, Twilight.
And so I called all
I've
of
never
them.
seen Van Helsing. Does it have anything that
Oh my
ties
God,
into the
it's
holiday?
Nothing to do with Christmas on Van
Okay.
Helsing,
Yeah.
Okay.
How have you not seen that
but
movie?
it's on
I don't
Christmas a lot for some
It is.
reason.
I don't watch movies I can write. That's
they
my
play it-
thing.
They play it on Christmas a lot for some reason. And everyone in my family just laughs because we all say that Van Helsing is the Christmas movie. And so that is what we'd be watching on Christmas Eve is Van Helsing because it's not a Christmas movie.
Okay, so that's her ultimate. Katie, what's your ultimate Christmas movie?
Oh, see, I'm a huge sucker for the Hallmark Christmas movies.
Oh,
so, like,
God.
starting
Oh,
it
God.
right
Turn
after
her-
Halloween.
Hang up on Katie. Someone, whoever controls this.
After
Hang
I
up on
finish
Katie.
my Halloween Christmas, so after I finish Hocus Pocus and all my Halloween movies, I go straight into Hallmark Christmas movies.
No, that's
And
like old
the
lady stuff. You
sappier,
don't want
the
that.
better. Like
No.
the high exec female
I
CEO
could
goes back-
totally write those movies for them. Yeah,
Oh, it's so good. I
they're so
love it.
bad. My mom
Hold on.
watches those.
I can pitch you a new one.
Line and sinker.
A girl goes out to a farm, and there's a young man. He returns back from the big city.
Yeah, there you go.
and
this
and
is
he
an episode.
totally seems like an asshole at first,
right.
but
Yeah.
you find out he really has a heart of gold.
Yes. Yes.
Jump to the climax of the plot, and he had messed up earlier on. He said something really rude, but he makes a big romantic gesture,
And someone's
and then they
skipping
reveal
their
that
flight.
they actually love each other. Yeah, usually at the airport
Yep. hmm
Yeah,
or the
happily
train
ever
station.
after. Yeah.
He made
I
a
love it.
snow eagle
Oh.
on the runway and then lit it up with lights.
Oh,
Oh, airplane jokes. I love it.
yeah.
It's truly not Christmas. Come on. It's truly not Christmas until Die Hard comes on.
Die Hard.
Like until I see Die Hard the day after, like
No,
Black Friday.
I don't have
everything-
Die Hard in the repertoire.
And no, like yeah.
I even have The Godfather in there because there's some Christmas scenes, but not. I don't. Die Hard. And again, I think it is a Christmas movie because it is. I get the whole thing. It's about the ultimate Christmas movie.
Takes
But
place during Christmas, not a
Right.
Christmas movie.
Right. Exactly.
So that makes it a Christmas movie.
It is the ultimate Christmas movie because the guy just wants to spend, Christmas with
And
his
there's
family.
lots
I get
of
that.
lights and there's lots of lit up stuff like being
But isn't that
blown up.
good? Is Die Hard that good of a movie? That's what I put. And
It's
unfortunately,
probably
I have to say
not
no.
that
Watch-
great. It was
I have
at
to
the
say
time.
no. It's not that good of a movie.
It was
When you
the
look at a lot of
time.
different action movies, it's not great.
It's
No.
not great. That's the
No,
problem.
but you can look at it in the time frame.
It's
Yeah,
decent.
but
It's
I
decent.
can look at Christmas Vacation in that same time frame, and I'm like, that movie stands up. It's just
I
good
love
for
it.
what it is.
I like
you
Home
all-
Alone.
Y'all
I like
need to
Home
go
Alone.
watch
I
the
like that.
movie-
I like Elf. Yeah.
Elf's funny.
But watch Love Hard on Netflix. It's one in 2021. Go watch it. One of the characters, she
Yes,
claims
just
that Die Hard is the best Christmas movie, and she has a whole list of why it is. So y'all can go watch Love Hard. It follows the same protocol as what you mentioned earlier for standard Hallmark style Christmas movies. But it is
Nice.
fantastic. And it talks about Die Hard. So I feel like that's the movie of the year. That's it right there.
I
Die
feel like
Hard.
we got off topic though. Like, okay, so
Well,
Kate,
you watch Christmas movies around Christmas.
have
That's
no
what we're doing.
topic,
I know,
Heidi.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
I
no
also
topic.
watch Christmas movies in July. Like
Is there
Hallmark Christmas movies in July.
is there like a certain like is that the thing? Like everybody just watches movies on Christmas Eve?
Yes.
Well,
no.
because
And
it's-
card games.
yeah,
Yeah,
card
game
games. It's
night.
a long day. It's a
Card
long
game.
day if you're doing the whole day.
We like to play some Cards Against Humanity on Christmas Eve and like make my
Yes.
father as uncomfortable as possible.
Oh, well,
That's
that's
funny.
awkward. Yeah.
Usually when you're in divided families, so like, you got two parents on one side of family on another, like you have multiple Christmases. So like one side's going to get Christmas Eve, one side's going to get like Christmas morning, one side gets Christmas night, one gets the day after Christmas. Like,
That's a
so
lot of families.
well, when
Yeah.
you have multiple sides and then you marry someone and they have multiple sides. So you kind of got to break it up. So
Sure.
everybody can't schedule things at the same time. So you end up doing like those normal family events, dinners on multiple days.
That's why I'm most looking forward to my first Christmas being fully divorced this year. I am real excited. Not that I love my ex's family. They're fantastic. I still talk to his mom very regularly, but
You just don't want to be married to them.
right, exactly. So but I used to do that. If it was like we had to do this in the morning, this in the afternoon, 2 hours here, 2 hours there. No, now like my family always did Christmas Eve with my mom's side of the family, all my cousins, everything. I'd always miss it. to be with my his family. That's what they did, their big thing. And now I'm like, I'm back to one family. This is fantastic.
Right.
So
You do have a serious boyfriend, though. Do you have? I assume he's got a family, and you got.
Yes, but he's from Kentucky, and so we will travel. Probably, we were just talking about today. Actually, we'll probably travel like around New Year's to go back to Kentucky then to see family. So it works out that it's more spread out. There's not people on the same day.
That's better. Yeah. Because you know what? I always felt like I just like a Christmas where I could just chill with my family. I mean, yeah.
And we're big card game players, so we'll play pitch, and so. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah. We never know every year what the kids are doing. So my ex, his family alternates Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I don't know if we're going to have, my kids on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. So we just kind of threw it out. Like they're older now. And like my oldest has a daughter and, she's dealing with her, his family. And so what do they do? And I'm like, I don't want her to have to run around with our granddaughter. And I'm like, all right, if Christmas Eve or Christmas Day doesn't work because I don't want her to have to run around everywhere. I'm like, we can pick another day. It's okay. Like we can do New Year's Eve, or we can do something different, like on another day off to where we can all spend quality time, because that's what it's about for me, is just spending that quality time. And we used to do Christmas Eve, and everybody got to open one gift on Christmas Eve, and then everybody would go to bed, and then you open all your big presents, but they're, the next day. But with your kids growing up and everything like that, I think it's more about the quality of time that you get to spend with them. So I don't want to stress them out. I don't want them to have to stress about coming here and then going somewhere else. I'd rather do it on a different day if that's going to make it easier, because that's okay.
Right.
I'm okay with that.
To get that actual quality time rather than like it's on the day, but you got 3 hectic hours rather than just like it's the Saturday before and you got to have leisure time all day and just enjoy and relax.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like
What's also
come over and put on their pajamas and we just chill for like 8 hours, and cook and open presents and just have fun.
Yeah, and when you're going to other people's houses for those family events, I've become the person you bring a bag of bourbon or a bag of whiskey with you.
A bag of whiskey.
Yeah, so I've got like
Sounds like
I got
a breakage.
like 4 carrier. So you just always put in like 4 different bourbons, ryes, and you make it thematic.
I got the chance to hang out with you and your family, and it doesn't sound like there's a whole lot of bourbon drinkers besides you and Taylor.
So really, he's for himself. He's sitting there. He's like, I got 4 bottles of bourbon. This family is great.
It's definitely not a lot, but there are a couple, and we have fun while everybody else is out drinking other stuff. I'm the guy who brings a bag of bourbon.
Right.
So I'll have like 4, and like you choose things that kind of make sense, like desserty or maple finishes or ones that have like some allspice.
What's with the apricot in there?
Yeah, something like that.
Hello, seagrass.
So Thanksgiving, you get a theme, and you choose like 3 or 4 bottles that all fit that theme. Christmas, you choose a theme, and you get like 3 or 4 bottles together that fit it.
Nice. Yeah. Well, there you go. Of course, we got the ABV Network Secret Santa. So where you get a bottle.
We signed up for that today.
Did you sign up for that? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it's going to be a nice event. So yeah, should be fun.
Is there something you guys do? Like you guys watch movies and stuff like that, but is there something you guys do on Christmas morning?
Anything more traditional than Van Helsing?
Yeah.
There is nothing more traditional than Van Helsing. Let's just
love that.
It has nothing to do with Christmas.
That's awesome.
We video call my brother in New York
because we say it has everything to do with Christmas. Christmas morning is always in the Bolton household. It's always. It used to be us waking up at like 8 a.m. when we were kids, but now it's us waking up around like 10, 11, getting together. And like sometimes I force everyone to try and wear like onesies or like like slippers. And it's always me trying to get everyone to get into the fucking living room to open their goddamn stockings. And it's always like my dad, like we're about ready to open stockings, and my dad's like, I have to use the bathroom. He gets up, and then like suddenly my sister's missing, and then suddenly like mom's making coffee, and it's always like it's just like God, come on, we're trying to open the stockings, and it's always the same stuff. It's always like a toothbrush cover. My mom always, whatever reason, she buys us like
toothbrush covers for Christmas.
Yeah, in your stocking.
I always get electric toothbrush in mine. That's good.
Sometimes electric toothbrushes. A bunch of really random candy. She always buys this like weird candy that we can't find anywhere.
Weird candy is good.
I appreciate that. The random candies is great. She always puts magazines in there that magazines in our stockings that we rarely read. And then like other like weird, like she'll put little like skincare things in and like the girls' stockings. My mom's stockings. Yeah, my mom always lip gloss.
I like Burt's Bees.
Like a lipstick or not stick, but like a lip, like something for your lips. And my mom's stocking almost never has like almost anything in it because my dad is supposed to buy her things for that.
Oh,
and so
God.
it's like the same thing. And so
Ted.
I try to buy her things extra for her stocking and like toss them in there like the night before because I know my dad's bought her like maybe one or two things.
Right.
I try to give my mom extra stuff.
Can I tell you something with that? You are the fucking rock star for that because as a mom, I always loaded up my kids' stockings. Like stockings were a huge thing for me as like cool things, different candies, stuff like that. Now I thought I was extreme. Jim is extreme when it comes to stockings.
Really?
Like the stuff that he finds to put in stockings is crazy. And I'll tell you what, over the last couple of years, that's the funnest thing. Everybody wants their stocking first because
stockings are underrated. It's a fun thing
fun.
I think stockings are fun too. I agree, Beka.
Yeah, do them right, they're a blast.
Yes, he does amazing things. Like his stocking stuffers are amazing. Compared, like I'm like, oh my god, I'm so lame. Like what was I doing all these years? But I'm
a robot.
Stepped up.
Yeah. Okay.
Seriously, like sorry, am I fading out?
No, you're good now.
You're good now, Heidi.
Okay. So he has been like the master of stockings. I cannot believe, like as a mom, like my stocking was always empty, always. No one ever put anything in it because it was like an afterthought. And he has made up for that. I'll tell you what, he's made up for the last 24 years because his stocking, what he puts in my stockings are amazing.
Yeah.
Because it is kind of a big deal. And especially like, I feel for like, now that I'm old enough to realize that like my mom's stock, and it's not my dad, he always still got her the things that she wanted in her stocking. Like, and he did go out and find things, but she always was just the one buying, like she always had stuff in her stocking. So like, I want to make sure that's clear, but like, it was never as full as everyone else's because she would buy so like your stocking was like bursting open almost.
I love the stocking stuffers. Yeah.
And like, that's not, my dad didn't do anything wrong. It's just like he'd get her the things that he knew that she really liked. And like, she wouldn't want like necessarily like a bunch of extra things, but like I would go and try and find her random little like things that us women would know that we'd want, like skincare items and just like fun things that like she would think to buy us. But like my dad would have no idea to buy that stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So
men can use skincare products too.
Yes, they can, and they should. And so
but they don't.
I try to get my mom like cool stuff like that. Okay, I got a question for you guys with this. So every year, like everyone always buys people a bunch of like, let's be real, we all buy people a bunch of shit that they don't need for the most part.
Sure.
And I have bought so much shit that like I had no business buying people, and it just clutters their house. And I feel a little bit more extra aware of it this year. And I don't want to buy everyone's like stuff. Like, I don't want to buy everyone's stuff that's just like crap kind of. And so like this year, what I'm leaning towards getting people for presents, and I think I'm gonna probably do it, is I'm leaning towards getting like, I saw some people talking about getting people experiences as opposed to clutter. And so I'm leaning towards buying everyone a massage at the nice spa place in town instead.
That's nice. Yeah.
And like
you can't go wrong with that.
The price of us, like for the price of a massage for the one I was looking at, it's like $100 for like a 50-minute massage or something like that. And like they can add things on. And like I would spend $100 on everyone every way. Anyways. And I kind of feel like that's probably like, I think that's a good present, I think. And to me, I would rather just get everyone that present. Like, no, there's no like you get a massage, you get a massage, you get a massage, you get a massage. Like a little bit like Oprah Winfrey, where like everyone gets it because it's actually something that they can use and it's not gonna like clutter their house. Like, would you guys feel like if you went to a Christmas and one of your siblings or whoever bought everyone the exact same present, but it was something like that, a massage, would you guys feel like that was a thoughtful present, or would you be like, you kind of copped out by getting everyone that?
Oh, I think that's great. Yeah.
No, I think
I feel like
because they're
It's it is a little bit of both though, right?
Yeah,
Because
I agree.
everybody got the same,
I agree.
but it's a good thought. Like that's a really good present,
Yeah.
but everyone got it.
you could do it as
So
like a family adventure. Like everybody's going and we're going to do this family thing. We're all going to get family massages.
Yeah. Be careful with the wording though.
Yeah, wording.
Yes.
But do you guys feel like that's a cop out, or because it is a little bit of a cop out, like getting everyone that, but also it's like actually a present that I think everyone would enjoy, and
If
it's not adding to clutter. And I really just hate clutter.
So
We're
Focusing on
eco-friendly,
the
too.
delivery of the present will help. Like the
Yeah.
messaging around it will, I think, remove the perception.
Agreed. All right, so that's not like it was the 22nd and I realized I hadn't done anything, so I real quick did this. To frame it with that of what the intention was, I think then takes away from the cop out part and shows how truly thoughtful it really was.
like you could do, like, instead of just giving him a gift card, it's like a nice robe.
That's what I was about to say. I was thinking
Yeah.
like get everyone a specific, not necessarily it's somewhat spa related thing, like a robe or like comfy slippers.
And
then have like a gift card
Yes.
for the spa on top of it.
That's nice.
fantastic idea.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I think that would be like
I can't wait to get mine. It'll be fun. This is gonna be
I
good.
have something you can add to this as well. I saw it. Technically, my mom saw it in an ad last year and thought it was hilarious, but didn't think she could get it for my brother. So I said, "Oh, I'll go there." And it is the Keep Your Jewels Jolly Sack Pack. It is Ballsy's below the belt products to keep your chestnuts from roasting, so you'll always be ready. And it
So
is
your mom gave this to your brother.
no. I gave it to my brother. My mom, it somehow popped up on an ad of hers, and she showed it to me and talked about how hilarious it would be. But it's like, I can't do it. And I was like, I can do it. Like, I'll go there. And so I wrapped it up and I put it was from Santa and I gifted it to my brother, and his face turned so red. It was worth every second. And then the rest of the gift giving was just ball jokes the entire time. And it was fantastic. It came with a ball wash, a nut rub solid cologne, and a sack spray. And it was freaking hilarious. And
So how are his nuts doing this year versus the previous year?
What's that?
How are his nuts doing this year versus previous years?
I don't know. See, I need to.
You didn't follow up in any way?
If he would have kept a girlfriend long enough for me to meet him, I would have asked, but
Yeah.
he didn't quite
Right.
make it there this year. So maybe that's
Okay.
not a good product
Yeah.
review.
Yeah.
So Becca, with the whole thing with the, giving massages,
No, she's not giving massages.
I'm not
Let's
giving
be clear.
massages.
Let's be clear. Becca's not giving out coupons for massages.
giving the package.
He had done coupon that's cut
Okay.
out with your
Becca will give you a
Becca
massage.
is not going to massage you. She's not going to. No, but it makes you think, like, with me having a granddaughter, I think of memories, like what's going to create a memory.
Right.
And what kind
That's
of
cool.
gift can I do that's going to create a memory? And so those are the things I think of now for gift giving. Like,
Right.
all right, what can I do that's going to create a memory for
Yeah. What do you remember years
my
down the road?
daughter and her daughter? You know, what can we all three do together maybe that's going to create that memory?
Right.
So it's all about that for Christmas for me. Like,
Yeah.
what can I do to create that memory?
Exactly. And then here's my next question for you guys.
Okay.
So every year I've been giving my brother a Jeff Goldblum present.
Oh God. Yes.
5 years.
Sure.
He's gotten two separate times. He's gotten a shower curtain. He's gotten a 2-foot tall Jeff Goldblum cutout. He's gotten socks with his face on them. He's gotten coasters.
Sure.
I think it's maybe time he gets there's some mugs here on Etsy that they have. There's also a keychain that says Jeff Goldblum is my daddy.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And there's pins too with Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. How's Jeff's career going?
When do I stop doing Jeff
You
Goldblum?
don't.
So the last one is when you combine your experience idea and you get him a tattoo appointment to get a Jeff Goldblum tattoo.
Tattoo, yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
there you
God.
go.
Oh my gosh.
That is when you have reached the pinnacle and you should probably stop.
Yeah.
So Jim and I were just talking about Jeff Goldblum yesterday with his son about, you know, like, is he just eccentric or is he crazy? And at what point do you come eccentric versus crazy? And we're like, when you hit $2 million or $3 million, and I'm like, well, then he's just eccentric, you know, like the different things that he's done and like the shows that he's come up with now
Right.
and the crazy outfits that he wears. I'm like, I love that guy. Like,
That's a whole Tumblr I just showed you guys of Jeff Goldblum.
There you go. Jeff Goldblum.
If you're ever thinking of like what's a good way to choose gifts of whatever it might be, my mother-in-law has a good strategy. She always asks everybody something they would read, need, wear, or want.
oh my God,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
And now combine that with your Jeff Goldblum strategy. So did you get him something that he can read about Jeff Goldblum?
None of these are anything Eddie wants.
Oh, are they things he needs though?
No,
Yes.
nothing. He's used the shower curtains, which has always been really funny when he gets new girlfriends and they're like,
Why do you have Jeff Goldblum?
that's
Yeah.
a interesting shower curtain. Like one of the shower curtains was Jeff Goldblum holding a monkey. And then the next one I got him was Jeff Goldblum questioning what he's looking at when you're using the bathroom, which is very funny. But nothing I've got him Jeff Goldblum wise has been a need or anything like that. It's all been just me being a dick.
Yeah.
Has any of them been this image?
Yes.
Yeah. She's been there already. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a good one.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
What
Heidi's
was
in the
that
dark
list again? Read, need,
Yeah. So it's read, need, wear, and want.
wear, and want. I like that. That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
I got him socks, so I guess that was a wear at
Yeah.
least.
I go with like the eat, drink, use.
Pray, love.
Yeah, right.
I love. Yeah.
Eat, pray, love. No, like things you use, things you can eat, things you can drink, like all those things. Somebody will utilize that. Then, like they're going to hopefully enjoy it. They can consume it. Like it doesn't go to waste. So
Right.
I like those, and those fit really well. I think with the stocking stuffer idea, right? Is like those go well in a stocking. You can slip a bottle of bourbon in there. You can slip like if they really like gum. Like I'm a big fan of
Juicy fruit.
Juicy fruit.
well,
I'll buy you some
no,
Juicy Fruit for your
Juicy
stocking.
Fruit is the one that's established as the ABV Network's gum choice. But I actually always use Dentine Ice.
Oh, it's terrible. Terrible.
Well,
I'm sorry for that, folks.
It's
I'm
my
sorry we
gum
ruined
of
your
choice
Christmas.
for when I'm
hang up now,
dancing.
Steve.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. All right. Well, there you go. There's Christmas Eve. So to us, this is Christmas Eve. It can't be wrong because for us, this is what we thought of Christmas Eve. So there you go. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Evan, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Well, first I need to say Merry Christmas and Happy Chrysler. And then you can find me on Facebook at Evan Van Scoik or on Instagram, Wit Wisdom Whiskey. Not very witty. I don't have a ton of wisdom, but you will see pictures of whiskey.
Yeah, there you go. All right. How about you, Heidi? Heidi is trying to recover
Choking on her whiskey.
It's almost time for Jekyll.
Okay. You can find me on Instagram as Heller_BarrelBabe, or you can find me on Facebook as Heidi Topel Eller. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, everyone.
All right, fair enough. All right, how about you, Katie? Where can people find you?
Well, Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas Eve and Christmas and every other holiday that you celebrate. And you can find me over on Instagram at Katie Proof.
Yeah, there you go. Latest to put in for our movie. So supporting the movie. Katie, appreciate that. Yeah. I just saw that come through. Yeah. How about that?
I had it opened with the options, and as I was sitting here, I was like, "Oh, I didn't finalize this. I need to finalize."
Katie's shopping as we're doing the show, so there you go. That's the ultimate Christmas right there, and that's ending soon.
Christmas Eve, yeah.
So yes, we're funding a movie by crowdfunding. So check us out at abvnetwork.com. Click on shop and click on Colorado Bourbon Whiskey Movie, and there you go. You'll see all the options we've got, and that ends on January 1st. So it's coming to an end pretty soon. How about you, Beka Sue?
You can find me watching Van Helsing, the original Christmas movie, and I suggest you watch it as well.
Oh, yeah.
You can also find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. I say if you're looking for an unconventional Christmas movie, check out The Godfather. That's the one to watch. There you go. Ms. Beka Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would just like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas Eve, and I hope you're spending it with your families and you're having a wonderful night. I'd also like to remind everyone to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps when people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right, great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, have a very happy Christmas, and we'll talk to you on Christmas Day. See ya.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Peace. Before we finish the show, let's chat for a moment about Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you just want to experiment on a small scale on the stove in your kitchen or try your hand at a bigger setup in the backyard, Moonshine Still Pro can help. They have different still offerings as well as accessories and even grains from Goldstone Mill to help you make whiskey on par with what you get from your favorite distillery. They can even assist with a DIY still project by supplying some of the parts you can't make yourself. Check them out at moonshinestillpro.com. At the ABV Network, we're lucky enough to have some great friends. Amongst those friends is the Goldstein family, owners of Goldstone Mill. Goldstone Mill is a full-service mill offering a variety of heritage and heirloom grains. Their unique approach of working with mills around the country allows them to offer you affordable shipping opportunities to meet the unique needs of your distillery or brewery. They will consult with you to ensure the grains you are selecting meets the unique flavor profiles you are looking for. If you are a home brewer or distiller and you're looking for the grains that your local distillery or brewery uses, Goldstone Mill is the place to look. Check them out on the web at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or shoot them an email at hello@goldstonemill.com.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.
Bye.